Hello fellow knockheads and beat people. I'm George, the Gentleman Rocker. Welcome to Modular Monday. In this episode of Modular Monday, I move my Neutron into my Rackbrute. Moving the Neutron into my Rackbrute should be a piece of cake. I looked at the manual that I'll link in the description below, and it looks, really straightforward. So what you basically do is you just unscrew this 8 screws. Then you'll take the front panel out of the desktop case. There's a cable in there that you need to unplug, and there was a cable in the box that you have to plug into another plug on the Neutron. And then you just have to screw it into your Eurorack. As I said, I want to move the Neutron into my Eurorack just because I want to have all my modular stuff in one place, which is this system here. My IRA EFX modules are in separate cases and I have videos on them, my C64 and my Super Nintendo case. But I want to have all my Eurorack stuff in this setup. And as I basically use the Neutron only via CV and gate and not via the MIDI or USB MIDI, and I don't really use this input and outputs, so I basically just use the front panel anyhow, so I can get rid of the case, which is nice. I like the case, but it just takes up too much space. Besides that, if I have all in this setup together, I can put my sequencers on one side and have the patch base also there, so this way I can patch them really easy and should be a nice setup. So the next thing I have to do is get my screwdriver, my cable, and put the Neutron into the Rackbrute. So let's go over there. So first what I will do is get rid of some of these panels, because I need some of the screws. And of course I need to unplug the system so that there's no power on it. There shouldn't even be any power at all, but better be sure. And while taking away the knurlies, which are these little hand screws, I just rearrange the variegate to its position, which will be over the mini brute and the Neutron's patch bay. And I'll probably move the plates over there too, just to have the third sound source near the variegate. So next, we need to unscrew the front panel. I will keep the screws and put them back into the case as soon as I have removed the panel, because I may be in a scenario where I have to put it back again. But first we need to get rid of the cable. There we go. The whole Eurorack Neutron. So let me put this down here and get the screws back in. So as you can see, all the screws are back in their nuts, but yeah, they are moving. So if I want to put the Neutron back in, it will be a lot of fun. But now this will go into the packaging of the Neutron. And let's take a look at this one. This bigger connector is the one that I disconnected, and this one is the smaller one is the one where the cable goes. So let me get the cable. This is a cable I got with the package, and as you can see, there's a bigger and a smaller side. The bigger side goes into your Eurorack, and the smaller side just plugs in here. This way all the power will go in here. This one has the other connections for the output and USB and stuff like that, but we won't use that. So let's move over there. First of all, I will plug it in, and fortunately the cable is really long, so we can position the Neutron the way we want. Now we have to find a way to line the Neutron's holes up with the rail. And let me first get one screw in. As you can see, you can move the rails a little bit. So if they're not aligned properly, just add a knurl and move the rail a little bit. So as you can see, the Neutron sits nicely in my setup, and there's enough space for the mini ornaments in crime, which doesn't work right now. I can't get it to flash the firmware. I will have to relook into it with someone who knows how to build this stuff. Yeah, I tried, it doesn't work, but we can put it in there. There's a nice space right besides it. So let's use it and get our stuff back into the Rackbrute. So, as you may be able to see, let me just get myself a little bit into focus. The Neutron is in the Rackbrute. I have to screw in the tree drum and RK004 panels, but I need to get the nerdies out of my studio. But yeah, really straightforward. Let's have a listen. So as you see, the setup looks a lot more usable right now, with the patch base all in one area and the sequencer over it, the plats, everything is nice put in this corner. And when I built the drum, we'll have a kick module, so we could use the plats and the drum to have two different drum sounds, which is a really nice addition to the setup. And yeah, the ornaments in crime should be repairable or buildable. So this setup really looks usable right now, but I'll have to play a little bit with it. So let's get to next week. As I said in my last week's first Toysint Tuesday, I will change it up a little bit. I will do modular stuff every other week, and in between I'll do some Toysint stuff. If you want to know what I mean with that, take a look at the first episode. In the next week we'll look at the stuff that's in this package, which are the Twisted Electrons UAcid 8 and Happiness, and I'll do an unboxing and yeah, first listen and look into it. But tomorrow there will be a Toysint Tuesday special, which is about Twisted Electrons and some stuff they kind of sneaky announced. And yeah, I want to tell you about that without waiting another week. So there will be a really short video about some Toysint stuff. So I hope you check in next week to see this Toysint stuff, or the week after to see some more of this modular stuff. Please like, subscribe, and just be awesome. I'm George, the Gentleman Rocker. See you later.